What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree and I am a licensed practical nurse. And in today's video, I just wanted to give you some pros about being a LPN and why you should become an LPN. First of all, LPN is a career. It is a very rewarding career at that, I know by firsthand experience. I think that it is very rewarding, and I like the fact that it only takes you 1 year to complete the program. That does not include your prerequisites, depending on what state you live in. I live in Georgia, and a lot of programs here are competitive admission, meaning that you have to score, you have to have a specific score in order to enter the program, or they rate you. Some states, they don't do that. They just let you in direct entry, but not in my state. So that's not the case for me. But it is only a 1 year program, 12-month program, just depending on the school that you go to. But that is relatively short compared to other degrees and other professions, especially for the pay that you get right out of school. So that brings me to my next pro, is the salary for a 1 year program. And also, you can essentially graduate with no debt. I was able to go to LPN school for free because I had received a career scholarship and also a Hope scholarship. Here in Georgia, they give you Hope scholarship for having, I think, like a certain GPA or whatever. I was able to utilize that and go to school for free. So I essentially graduated from the LPN program with no debt. Another pro that I have and why you should become an LPN is that it is a very easy job search. Since I become an LPN, I graduated back in 2020. I have had, 4 jobs and maybe about I can't even count how many job offers that I've had. So it is relatively easy to find a job. Again, this depends on your location, because I've seen in, certain forums, certain groups on Facebook that, they may have had a hard time finding a job as an LPN. And honestly, not so much having to find a job as an LPN was difficult for them, but maybe finding a job that they actually wanted to work, or like a facility that they wanted to work in, they found it quite difficult. But from what I've seen, it is very easy for LPNs to get a job and to gain employment. So that is a definite pro, because a lot of programs, they don't really have that promise the way LPN does, especially being that short, with education and all that. Now, for me, I think one of the biggest pros of becoming an LPN is that you have less commitment. So because you spent less time in school, you have less commitment to the career. Meaning, if you become an LPN and you just decide that nursing is not for you altogether, you haven't spent time and years. I'm not saying that LPN school isn't difficult, but you haven't spent that much time becoming an LPN to the point where you can't go back to school to pursue something else. Because sometimes I've had those moments where I'm like, do I really want to become a nurse? Do I really want to keep going for RN? Or do I want to get into business? Or do I want to get into IT or something like that? And I don't feel so I don't feel I don't feel the burden of oh, you put so much time into becoming an LPN, there's no way. But I honestly can't say I wouldn't feel like that if I were RN. Not saying that it would be impossible or difficult to go back to school, but it's definitely, you spent a little bit more time and a little bit more money to, obtain that degree. Whereas when you're an LPN, you haven't spent as much money and you haven't spent as much time. So it might be easier for you to find another career, or just, you found out that, you might be interested in something else. So I think that is one of the biggest pros for me as being an LPN. I feel like that kind of gives you a little bit more flexibility and freedom as to what you choose, whether you choose to excel your nursing career, stay an LPN, or just do something else completely. So the next pro that I have is that it enables you to bridge to become a registered nurse. So when you are a licensed practical nurse, you have credits that count toward you becoming an RN, meaning that you only have to go to school another year to get your registered nursing degree, and you don't have to start all over in another career and do 2 years all over again. So that is a definite pro, especially if you know for a fact that you want to be an RN. It's kind of like you're taking the stair step route, and it could be a little longer than just pursuing the traditional ADN degree or just going for your BSN degree. It will take a little bit more time, but for those that have certain circumstances that require them to work and make a decent salary, being an LPN is perfect for that. And by being able to bridge and knowing that you only have like another year of school left, could definitely keep you motivated and keep pursuing your degree in nursing. And I think that is a big plus with being an LPN. So the last pro I had is that LPN is a very stable career. Since I've become an LPN, I've had very stable income. I've been able to get jobs. I'm able to pick up extra jobs, and I really enjoy being an LPN because that is where I'm at in my stage right now. I would like to become an RN in the future, but as for right now, I'm very content with being an LPN, and I am very happy that I made the choice to become an LPN because, especially for me and my circumstances and where I was in my life when I decided, I think it was like the best choice for me to make. We are not getting phased out. There are job opportunities. If that is something that you've been interested in, don't let anybody talk you out of it, because it could be pros for you becoming an LPN prior to becoming an RN, or just becoming an LPN period. So if you feel like I've missed anything, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. I thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.